Yankuba Minteh's future at Newcastle United looks like the situation is going to go right to the wire with this June 30th PSR health check now looming, and clubs in the Premier League, almost some of them desperately trying to get business done in and out, and it's going to be a real interesting finish, and that's going to involve Newcastle because there's certainly interest in Minteh. We know that Lyon have already got a 40 million offer on the table, or a deal worth 40 million. Will Minteh head to France? So far, that looks like he's refused that move. What we do know is that Everton are still very interested in signing him, but they haven't hit that magic number yet in terms of the price. So Newcastle continue to look at their options. There's still a couple of days left of this. It's almost like a mini transfer window within the transfer window. So it's all a little bit of a crazy situation for Newcastle United. You look at Dominic Calvert-Lewin, the door still potentially ajar for Newcastle to go back in for him if they want to. Everton certainly still open to selling him and a number of other players. So we'll have to wait and see whether that one can be resurrected. If you remember earlier in the week, Newcastle United pretty much just left the room in the negotiations. The demands from Everton were too high, and they now find themselves in a situation where there's a bit more pressure on going in the last couple of days, and they've got to basically make big decisions. There's still a number of Newcastle players who could still leave before Sunday. Callum Wilson is certainly one of them. He's posted something on his social media account, so it'll be interesting to see exactly where he ends up. I mean, West Ham certainly made an inquiry for him. You would think that would be a good move for Callum Wilson, remaining in the Premier League, having that chance to boost his Premier League goal tally, while also staying in the thoughts of the England management team. So it is, as I say, when I do say crazy, Callum Wilson's probably a player you wouldn't want to sell if you're Newcastle. If you can keep him fit, he's going to get goals for you. He did that last season when he played. Yes, he had injury problems, but ultimately at 32, he's still got a lot of offer for Newcastle United. But they find themselves in this situation where they have to move some players on. It's going to be really intense going into Sunday, and I think, as I say, it's going to be like a window within the window, and Newcastle United fans have certainly got something to watch in what is normally it's normally a dry June. It's normally a kind of period where you're looking for the fixtures to be released. There is a bit of transfer tittle-tattle. There are a couple of deals that could go through, but it's not quite as intense as it is at the moment. But it's all because of these PSR rules, which clubs must stick to, and it's going to be, as I say, a big build-up to Sunday across the Premier League. How involved Newcastle United are in that, well, we'll have to wait and see, because they are waiting on other clubs and players and agents to make decisions.